everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes on a house shell. I was just going to cut it. Hey, welcome. This is our weekly... Sorry.
Our dog recently had dental stuff done.
Yes.
And this cone has to stay on her for about another week, more or less. And
unfortunately,
she can't do anything, guys.
She walked in, right? We were literally getting ready to hit the button to make us go live, and we just hear her crash.
She's crashing into everything in here. She about walked into a bunch of wires. So, yeah. So if you hear something knocking my side, it's me.
It's just Lou. Don't worry about it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Going Back to the Sewers, our weekly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles podcast where we recap, rewatch a lot of the Turtles stuff.
Yeah.
All the movies, at the very least, as well as a few special episodes. But if this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome. We hope you all have fun tonight while we talk about 2007's TMNT. I'm just realizing that camera is like a little off-centered and it's throwing me off. Anyway, hey, if you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome like those fine folks did a little bit earlier on the screen that you saw there. $5. Get your name in every video that we do, as well as our exclusive content every month. So, pretty good stuff. Maggie, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm okay too.
I'm okay. I'm really sleepy, but I'll pull through. Maybe I'll get a little nuts.
Hey, let's get nuts. And let's go back.
Joey Fatone.
Hey, show him the where it says fat one on it. Look at that. It's a hot dog place.
Home of the fat one.
There it is. Yes, I like to say that I had Joey Fatone's wiener in my mouth. We're going back to the Turtles sewers. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. We're off to a great start. You know what? I think this is one of those times where, you know, when like your car isn't working, and so you have to put it in neutral and just push it, and then like hopefully it goes enough that like you can crank it. You know. Yeah. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're just we're going to push this podcast over the hill, and hopefully it picks up steam and starts going, all right? If not, it's going to wreck. So, TMNT 2007. That's right. This is
That's when I graduated high school.
That was only 2 years after I graduated. It feels so weird that this is now a 16-year-old film.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Crazy?
Somebody that was born when this came out can now legally drive.
My niece.
Barf. Barfaroni.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. TMNT.
Ravioli.
2007.
Yes.
The fourth theatrical film in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. The first animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theatrical film. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, it is.
That, after, what, I guess 20, almost, right at 20 years since the show first launched in 87. It took 20 years to get an animated movie. That's just surprising. Transformers was chucking it out, 2 years into it. It was like, here's our movie.
like the cartoon one? Or
Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
I see. It's one of those nice guys. I'm slow. I'm a snail.
It needs to coast a little bit longer.
I'm a sloth on a tree right now.
Hey, don't worry about it, Maggie.
Just nibbling.
Don't even worry about
just
it.
Just nibbling on them leaves.
We did go and watch a movie today. We watched Elemental.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Sweet.
We'll talk about it next week on the Hopefully Awesome show, but it was good. Definitely, I would recommend it. Original release date for TMNT was March 23rd, 2007. 14 years after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. So there was a 14-year gap. Turtles 3 killed the franchise that much.
Everybody just is like, no, we're done.
And man, so worth it.
Saban picked it up.
So worth it for that. Yeah, I guess technically that's probably what murdered the franchise, right?
I think like the knife was already in with 3. and then Saban just dug it in even deeper with
Yeah.
show.
It's like a Superman 3, Superman 4 situation where like 4 literally killed it, but 3 sucked ass too. But 4 is the one that really fucking buried it 6 feet under. Right.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm with you. But yeah, the 4th movie to be released in March. They were all released in March. Isn't that weird?
It is interesting.
Like, why March? Why
Spring
March,
break?
You know? Spring break, y'all! Show us your boobs. That's spring break.
Not anymore.
That's spring. What? You tell me kids don't get drunk on spring break and look at each other's hoo-hoos and haws?
No.
Sugar mama, show you nana.
S Club 7 should have known better.
S Club. Ain't no party like an S Club party. Show you love.
Hey,
S Club. You gotta go up the octave.
I'll puke if I go up an octave.
Do you remember when they went to Miami?
No, Matt. I didn't get to watch it a lot.
Oh, Maggie. Have I ever told you how I spent Y2K? Like the day of Y2K?
How'd you spend?
Fox Family. Okay. Had a marathon of S Club 7 in Miami.
Oh my God.
And I watched it all day. I'm pretty sure that was the first and last time I watched S Club 7.
I think I only caught like one episode.
What was crazy was like, we, at least on Fox Family, okay, I don't know. The rest of the world may know better than this, but Fox Family, the first episode, S Club 7 in Miami, begins with them, like, it's basically, it'd be like if Power Rangers started with Zeo, right? And it begins with, like, everything having, like, crumbled down around them, right? Like, that's how S Club 7 on Fox Family started. Okay. Like, it didn't show the original beginning of the series, like when they're in England or whatever.
Australia. I thought they was Australia.
I think they're English. I'll look it up.
Oh man.
But yeah, it didn't show that. So it had, like, the first episode had a previously on the first episode. And, like, it was just them landing in Miami. S Club
7
pop group. Here we go. They are formerly known as S Club 7, are an English pop group formed in 1998. They initially composed Tina, Barrett, Paul, John Lee, Bradley, Joe O'Mara, Hannah, and Rachel.
Oh my God.
The members have sometimes performed in smaller groups under the name S Club All Stars or S Club 3.
Wow.
Oh man,
they're supposed to get back together, aren't they?
We should go back to S Club. That should be the next series when we wrap up Turtles.
No.
We should do S Club.
No.
Do you remember when they went to LA?
Matt.
All right.
We've got a Turtles show to do, not an S Club 7 show.
Maggie, there's always room for S Club 7.
You know what else there's room for?
Jesus.
A-teens.
That's hell yeah. The A-teens. Yeah, you know, for the longest time I thought Dancing Queen was just an A-teen song. I didn't know ABBA existed. And so, like, when Ren Stevens did it on karaoke, I was like, oh, she's singing the 18 song. Yeah. I was like, why does her mom and dad know it? That's weird. And then I think it was Mamma Mia. I think it's when I found out that wasn't the case. Like, it was way too late in life. All right. TMNT 2007 was written and directed. Same one.
Wait, same dude for the last 3?
No.
But, I was supposed to say.
No, same dude wrote and directed this movie.
Okay.
Did both parts. He wrote and directed it. It's Kevin Monroe, whose previous works include, Maggie, you may be aware of these more than I am. Freaky Flyers from 2003. The Ant Bully from 2006. Doesn't it have
that's
Veronica Mars in it?
CGI movie. I don't know.
Is it the sequel to Ants?
No, it's not.
Of course, TMNT. Next up, he did Dylan Dog, Dead of Night.
Say that again. I couldn't hear it through the wheezing.
Dylan Dog, Maggie. You don't know Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. Dylan Dog.
Look at my face. Look at my face.
Dylan Dog.
Do you think I know who the shit that is?
Dylan Dog Dead of Night was a Brandon Routh vehicle. All right. It was going to be his big comeback after Rare Returns. All right. Jimmy Olsen
Brandon
was also in it from Superman Returns.
Okay.
And he played Dylan Dog Dead of Night. Dylan Dog. I don't know what to say. That's the whole thing. And then his last thing was Ratchet and Clank in 2016. He directed the CGI Ratchet and Clank movie. Apparently, he's been announced as the director for the Sly Cooper movie, but it has not made any headway in about 7 years. So anyway, so Kevin Monroe directed it, and he's got some thoughts. We're going to get into a little bit later. The synopsis: Splinter, the rat sensei, in case you're not aware, senses something amiss in New York City. His disciples, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Judas, have grown apart since their last adventure.
Excuse me. Did you say Judas?
Well, they use the word. They said it's Splinter's disciples. So I thought it'd be funny. Maybe
it should be not. Splinter Sons.
Well, hey, you're right. The teenage terrapins.
Yes.
What's a terrapin?
A turtle.
Why? Like, wait. Like, is that like its scientific name? Is that like it's like
there's just different types of names for turtles,
like a tortoise?
Well, a tortoise isn't a turtle.
God damn it. All right,
let's not get into this.
The teenage terpins must somehow renew and strengthen their bond if they are to have any hope of defeating an evil industrialist army of ancient monsters. That kind of
sounds familiar for today.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to be funny. I'm half asleep. What's up, Eric?
What are you talking? No, it sounds like what?
It sounds like today.
Oh, like just the world?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like our literal day.
No, not our literal
I'll be
day
honest,
with her little girl. No,
I thought you were talking about Elemental, and I was like, did I watch a different movie? Because I don't remember there being an industrialist.
They're not terrapins.
Yes, terrapins. That's right. That's what they are, Maggie. They're terracons. All right.
No,
Think about
not.
it. Think about it.
They're turtles.
Think about it. They transform. They were turtles. Now they're Ninja Turtles. They transformed into Ninja Turtles. They're Transformers.
They're mutated.
Maggie, I have, I used to have the toy where the turtle transformed into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. All right. Transformer. More than meets the eye. Fuckers.
Excuse you.
That's from War for Cybertron. All right.
Uncle Bumblebee Bobby B.
Uncle Bumblebee baby. Bumblebee.
Uncle Bumblebee Bobby baby B. That's a fun tongue twister.
The question of the week this week: how many voice actors from TMNT 2007, the CGI movie, would later appear in the MCU?
Oh.
The choices are 1, 2, 3, or 4. Maggie, how many? Again, just to make sure everybody understood that. That's how many voice actors from the movie TMNT 2007 would later appear in the MCU. Now, the MCU.
2.
We're not talking about non-Marvel. It's the MCU.
I know what you mean. I'm not.
So how many is that?
2. Dos.
Dylan and Dog.
I'm going to leave.
The correct answer, everybody, was 3. There's 3. Yes, that's right. Of course, you have Patrick Stewart, the voice of Winters, who would appear in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. You had Lawrence Fishburne, who voiced the narrator and went on to appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And Chris Evans, who would play Captain America throughout the first 3 phases of the MCU. Look at that.
Look at
that. Not as interesting a fact as Kevin Nash, you know. Oh, Nash. Are we bringing it to the Turtles?
No.
Okay. We won't.
No.
If you want to know...
I can't hear it in both shows.
If you want to know what the hell I'm talking about Nash.
Watch the Richie Rich clip.
Watch going back to Smallville from yesterday. All right. It's great. There's also a dead barn owl. But it's a guy named Al who works in a barn. Anyway, all right.
My head hurts.
Maggie, we're going to pause here.
Pause.
What'd you think? What'd you think about TMNT?
It is not at all what I remembered it to be.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I don't remember anything about Leo being gone at the beginning. I don't remember the statues. I didn't
remember that.
Anything.
I didn't remember it being like Jackie Chan adventures.
Yeah.
That was a big thing I was not aware of.
Yeah, like
I remembered Raph being the Nightwatcher.
Yeah.
I remember that. And I remembered there being like a rift between the turtles.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember I don't think I remembered Leo being gone. And I remember there being more like mystical elements in this than other turtle stuff. In the other Turtles movies rather. But yeah, I remembered it being good. So that was
me too. I was like, I remember this being good. Like,
yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, Dylan Dog happened. All right. Nah, it was. I mean, look, it's not awful. Like, it's better than 3. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but like, it's better than 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it had, honestly, by the time we got to the end of it, like right after the dude dies and like it's the end of the movie. Okay, not because it's the end, but like when Michelangelo like sneezes the dude, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's funny, and like that felt like Turtles.
My nose.
Yeah, like when they basically once all the turtles got back together to go stop Winners or the rock people or whatever, like it got good, but also, it took a long time to get there.
Yeah, and also they weren't teenagers in this.
Yeah,
I feel like they were adults. Like,
we'll talk about that for sure. No, I mean, it's like I've got a whole thing about them, their ages.
Like Donnie doing like those PC calls.
Donnie doing PCP. It's like, Mikey, man, you got to score for us.
Mikey doing the birthday party turtle. And then Raph just sleeps all day, then gets crime fighting
his
all
Batman,
night.
Batman, yeah. I gotta say, the animation style, not the best.
No.
Not the best.
Remind me of the Nickelodeon shows when they would do CGI. Sometimes.
What? Like
wasn't there a Nickelodeon show that was animated like
Jimmy
this?
Neutron?
Yeah, something like
that one.
I thought there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Oh well, yeah.
Like
it looked
CGI.
a hell of a lot better than this. Nah, you're thinking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. We're gonna watch one episode of that.
Oh, okay.
Because they have a crossover episode with other turtles, just like the movie Turtles Forever. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be watching that. No worries. But yeah, it was interesting. I think we'll have more stuff to say about it as we go through our segments, but it was definitely not as good as I was thinking it would be, and was kind of let down a little. I mean, I hadn't watched it since 2007, honestly.
I haven't watched it since I bought the 4-pack.
The quadrilogy?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like in my mind, how I remembered it was that they was mostly trying to figure out where the ooze came from. That's where my brain was at. And I don't know if like I had just marathoned it.
Yeah.
And like I skipped 3. I remember this. I skipped watching 3.
Yeah.
I refused to watch it. But I think I had watched...
Maggie made a great choice that day, honestly.
Like, I think I had watched the first one, like, by itself the day before.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was like, okay, I'm going to do Turtles 2, and then I'll see what TMNT is all about.
Yeah.
And I guess somehow those two got mushed up in my brain.
Wow. That probably would have been a better movie. All right, Maggie, let's talk about all the new people that came to join us this week in the Turtles team. Kind of missing saying Transformers. Yeah.
Anthony Jude in chat says Donnie doing blow.
He was, man. Hey, IT's got to do what they got to do. You know what I mean? They got to make sure that stuff stays working. Oddly enough, Team Turtles, no newbies. No newbies this week. Granted, we had new people playing the characters, but no new people.
No, about the old butt man. That's the secret.
The old butt man.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart, isn't he considered new?
Yeah, but that's not Team Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're in Team Turtles right now, Maggie. God, these are the segments that I have worked so hard. Maggie, look at how hard I worked at this. Look at that. Welcome to the party, pal. Look at that. I worked very hard on that. All right, and you have besmirched the Team Turtles. All right. I'm sorry. I want you to sit in the corner and think about that.
Bye, everybody.
No, I mean, it's fine. You did it. You're good. All right. Team Shredder. We actually do have somebody in Team Shredder today. Karai. I don't know. Karai. Like I'm crying. I'm crying. Karai.
Go away. Go away.
And we'll talk more about Karai later on. I've got a whole thing about her. She's from the comics. Kind of. It's weird. And then in Team Other, we've got Max Winters.
Max.
More like Max Fall, if you know what I'm saying. Colonel Santino. General Serpenta. General Aguila. General Gato. And the 13 Monsters.
Of Scooby-Doo.
That would have been better. That would have been better than what we got. And also, Donner Cook. Kevin Smith. Played the Donner Cook.
Yep.
Why Kevin Smith was in this movie? Probably because it was a Weinstein Company project.
Probably. And they're like, in order to give you money for your next movie, Kevin, you need to be a voice actor.
Mate, there's a whole thing about when the Weinsteins got caught up in this and like how they had recorded the whole movie and then shit canned like half the actors so they could put like named actors in the roles, but they had already like done it all. I mean, we're gonna talk about that. It's gonna be great. Believe me, it's gonna be great. Let's see. That's it. That's pretty much everybody that joined. I didn't break down all the monsters.
No.
How do we feel about Max Winters? I believe it's a fully original character. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like
at the beginning, I wasn't, feeling them.
Yeah. Earl Grey. Hello, Charles. Oh, Charles. You should have killed me when you had the chance, Charles. Oh, Charles. Hello, Charles.
That's not
hello, Charles. Charles. Charles.
Help me.
Hello, Charles.
I'm already on the edge and I'm tired.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
You know what? Did he do a good job? I mean, sure.
Doing it for the money, baby.
I don't blame him. The X-Men cash was drying up. He's like, I gotta get my hands in a sweet pie of nerdy goo, Trebek.
Stop it. You're doing the wrong people for the wrong...
Yoga!
If I laugh too hard, Matt, I'm going to run and puke. Okay. I'm just going to be honest.
Fair. That's fair. Let's see here. So, yeah, Max Winters. It was fun.
He was fun.
He did fun. How'd you feel about the stoned men?
Generals.
Stoned guys.
Stone generals.
Hey, man, you ever flown a starship before, bro? I got this weed from Jonathan Kent. Let's crossover this episode.
No.
Let's crossover.
No, that's too much.
I mean, they were, again, fine. Boring. I'll be honest, completely forgot. Like, the idea is cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I would have liked the 13 Monsters better.
Of Scooby-Doo?
No. I mean, no. Like, just the 13 Monsters.
Of Scooby-Doo?
Like, stop it. It has nothing to do with El Scubo.
Turn to annoy you.
I'm going to throw my chip.
Nope.
Throw my chip.
I'll still say it. The stoners.
Listen, I think
I love it, Eric.
I think the 13 monsters would have been a more. That's because that's what we're kind of getting with Mutant Mayhem. You know, like the thing about the turtles, you know, is one, like everything looks wild, you know, and like they were like, hey, we got all these wild things, but you know what'd be cooler than that? Tall, bald dude. And that's all we got. And it's like, I kind of want to see the turtles, you know, face off against something that's not so human. Not quite human, as one might say. Still not quite human. Jonas, Bonus, remember any of that? Remember that?
Barely.
With Alan Thicke. All right. Maggie, what did you think about all that? Thoughts?
About the cast?
I mean, like, would you rather have the monsters or the stoners or
stoners? Because they're the stoners.
All right, let's talk about upgrades. Raph's Nightwatcher suit. Is that an upgrade? I think it is. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
It was cool. Kept him incognito.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day, there was a nice change of pace for getting like something that we've not seen in Turtles before, and you know, even getting like the Leo and Raph fight. Mm-hmm. You know, I thought that was kind of cool. You know,
and this is totally something I think Raph would really do.
The Nightwatcher.
Yeah.
Oh, totally, absolutely.
What are you doing?
I love like the fact that he's just Batman.
Yes.
With a giant shell. Like I could be wrong, but I feel like in the marketing they really tried to make it like, who is the Nightwatcher?
Who is he?
It's like immediately in the movie you know who it is.
Who does he watch?
He watches the night. I am the night.
That's
I am Batman.
Get out of the way, Batman.
Nah, I thought it was cool. Nightwatcher suit. It was decent. You know, him and Casey Jones fucking around. You know, beating some sticks on some dudes. It was great. I don't know. It was a cool suit. I chose it as the thumbnail.
Quit licking your cone.
All right, Maggie, let's get serious. All right.
Stoned.
Maggie, we gotta listen. This is a very serious part of the show. All right, it's where we remember all those that we've lost. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna remember all the people this week that have left us too soon. That's right. We've got Max Winters and the Stoners, which I guess they were dead the whole time because they were just stoned. That's it.
And the 13 monsters of Scooby-Doo.
They didn't die. They went back home.
Oh.
They just went back home.
They went home.
You know, they actually came from an alternate dimension, Maggie. A dimension X, probably. Who can say? We can, because I read it, and yeah, that was apparently going to be the goal. The guy that wrote this had a plan for a trilogy. We'll get into that when we talk about the Turtles references later. But there was a whole trilogy, and it was going to involve like aliens and stuff. See, like they always have these great ideas for the next movie. Just do that first.
Just do it.
Do the good one first.
Do Beetlejuice 2, where he's going to Hawaii.
Wait, is that a better idea than just regular Beetlejuice? That sounds, I don't know about all that.
I'm just joking.
Speaking of Kevin Smith, am I right?
Yeah. Oh, Eric says, fun fact, in the 80s cartoon, Donatello was the Dark Turtles, aka a Batman, like character with the suit and all.
Oh, dang. I don't remember that.
That's cool.
I do not remember that at all.
Go, Donnie.
I always liked the robot turtle.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? He was like all silver.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a bad guy? I think it was one of those things where like they made him like, and he was a good, but then he turned bad or something. Like he got corrupted or something, you know. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, something like that.
Aw.
Oh my God.
Got people reminiscing in chat about the comic books.
Oh man, I love it. You love to see it. Everybody chat it up. Chat it up. No,
also, Anthony Jude said that you had excellent font on your new characters this week font.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I meant to tell you that earlier.
I don't even remember. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we still love you, Rat Trap.
Yeah, that was a good font.
Rat Trap forever.
I'm pretty sure that was the default font. That's the one piece I didn't choose.
No, you're supposed to take credit for it, Matt.
Hey, man, I don't take credit for shit. Nah, I don't know.
You don't?
Hey, shout outs to LumaFusion. It'd be great if they could make a file type that I could save it as. That would be transparent. That would work in OBS instead of having to green screen this like a goddamn cheese party. But whatever. Clip that out and send it to LumaFusion. All right. Let's talk about traders. I love it. I love that song. We should play that song at our wedding.
We're already married. What's wrong with you?
Treacherous actions, Maggie.
That's why I'm saying you forgot that we were married.
No, I didn't forget. I tried every night to forget. Alcohol. No, Raph and Leo fought.
Yeah.
Then that's pretty treacherous.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the fight?
I mean, it was good.
Your yes ending is just on point tonight, Maggie. You're doing great. You're doing great. I love it.
I'm so sorry.
I
apologize, everybody. It's been a rough day.
Which was the more sad fight? All right. Leo versus Raph. Like that made you sad.
Okay.
Okay. Leo versus Raph.
Uh-huh.
Anakin versus Obi-Wan. Superman versus Batman, or Doc and Marty.
I'm gonna say on this one, Anakin and Obi-Wan.
You think that's the?
I think that. You were the chosen one. I loved you like a brother.
Oh, Anakin. Oh, Charles.
Oh, God.
I hate sand. It gets everywhere. Nah, I don't know. This was, a long time coming.
Yeah.
Raph beating the shit out of Leo should have probably happened sooner.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He didn't even beat the shit out of him. Leo, fucking manhandled him the whole time.
Well, it's because Leo had his training. His internship in the jungle. Like Splinter,
I got your training
dude.
right here, Leo. All right.
Splinter, dude, you sent him off to South America?
And why isn't Raph pissed at Splinter for getting rid of Leo instead of being mad at Leo, And what did Leo have to learn in South America,
Yeah. I think that's kind of crappy. The
it's
whole
almost
squad's supposed to be going.
It's almost as if Splinter knew that we needed a plot to drive this movie, and so that's why he sent Leo.
Good job, Splinter.
Yeah. And how did April locate him and stuff? You know what I mean? Yeah,
she's like, I heard very familiar things happening down here.
It's just like somebody stopping people, right?
Yeah.
That's
stopping bad guys. That could happen anywhere.
Obviously Casey Jones has got his ass running around somewhere. So there's got to be other vigilantes in this universe. It's not like Casey Jones is the first and the Turtles and that's it. Could have been anybody. Could have been
anybody.
Deflator Mouse. There you go. Shout out in the chat if you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Mousers.
But no, I thought it was cool, even though they did Raph wrong.
Yeah,
Raph should have at least got just at least one fucking punch on him. Wipe that fucking smirk off Leo's face. Look at him. Look at that smug bitch right here. Wait, why is there?
No, that's Donnie.
That's the one.
Is Leo.
That's what I meant. Look at that smug bitch right here.
No, hey, remember, Donnie looks like that because he's doing.
I love
stuff.
Donnie.
Donnie's doing the stuff.
If Michelangelo didn't exist, Donatello would be Dylan Dog would be my favorite turtle. All right, if Michelangelo ceased to exist tomorrow,
I think
it goes like
Donnie's
this.
my second favorite.
It goes like this: Michelangelo, Donatello,
yep,
Raphael.
I love how he said
Venus.
No, Matt.
That samurai rabbit guy. Leonardo.
Man, you're crapping on poor old Leo.
Hey, fuck Leo. All right? There, I said it. He's got swords. You know what he does with them? Nothing. No, he's like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with the butt of it. Like, fucking slice some dudes in half. Shit. This is a kid's cartoon. Let's get real. Anyway. The soldier boys turn on Max. What?
Eric has a question.
Yes.
He says, is Splinter in this one? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Splinter is. Yes.
He's played by somebody who's like a famous actor. I think his name was like Mako or something. And it ended up being his last role in cinema. Like, he passed away. Like, they announced him as the voice.
Yeah.
And then at Comic-Con, like 3 days later, he died. But they had already
yeah.
So they went ahead and used him anyway. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty, nothing against the actor. But like, the character Splinter is pretty forgettable in this movie. Like,
yeah, it is. He's not that present.
It feels like he's only in it because it's Splinter, and to have a Turtles movie without Splinter would feel weird.
Yeah.
That's honestly, you know what they should have done? You know what made this movie better? Kill Splinter. Splinter died before the movie starts. Splinter died, and the boys broke up. All right, and then it's like the Muppets situation. Got to get the band back together. You know, we bring in Jason Segel, cut a few songs, go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Boom. There's your goddamn Turtles movie. All right. There it is.
Hey,
take your Max Winters and shove him up your ass. What?
Eric, it has the name of the rabbit for you. It's Usagi.
Jimbo.
Yojimbo?
Something like that, yeah. He's my favorite turtle.
Usagi means rabbit in Japanese. So.
Oh, what?
Because of Sailor Moon.
he's my fifth favorite turtle. Followed by Leo. The stoners.
He's not even a turtle.
That's the joke, Maggie. That's the joke. God, these are the jokes, people. All right, the stoners turn on Max. We're still in Traders. We haven't finished.
Yeah, they turn on Max because they think Max turned on them.
Well, and was he? Yeah.
Yeah, but
he was gonna let him die.
He was ready to die too.
I mean, listen. I can see Max's point. I've wanted to die before.
I want to die right now.
I mean, if I had lived like 4,000 years, I'd probably be ready to pack it in.
Yeah.
You know? But like if he was going to do that, here's my question. If he was going to do that, why bother bringing the stoners back to life?
I think it's something to do with the curse, Matt.
Well, no, because he used technology to do it.
I don't know.
Remember, because they were still stoned.
Well, he needs somebody to catch them.
They were basically like robots. That's all they were. They were just robots.
He needs somebody to catch the monsters, Matt.
But he hired the Foot to do that.
The Foot couldn't handle it.
Wow.
They proved it with the first one.
Karai.
Yeah.
Could handle it. Speaking of Karai.
Crying.
The Foot and Karai work with the Turtles. Shredder's turning in his grave. If he had one, he's still just underneath that dog. He's like, you fucking bitch! Why would you work with the Turtles?
Who are you?
And she's like, I'm your daughter, Shredder.
Shredder did. It was so funny.
Well, it depends on the continuity that you look up, which we will be talking about later on. This little tease. Be sure you hang out. Hey, if you're getting lots of good information, hit that like button.
God bless us, everyone.
All right, now let's talk about puberty, man.
Yep. Big change.
Bingo.
The Turtles seem to have aged up to young adults now. According to Kevin Monroe, the writer-director of the movie, he has stated that they are in the 18 to 19-year-old range. So technically still considered teenagers, yes, because they're 18 and 19. I disagree.
The name teen.
I disagree, though. I think they're adults at this point.
They're adults. They're getting, some of us have jobs.
Two of them have jobs.
Yeah.
Well, and Raph. I mean, it's not. He doesn't.
Raph's not getting paid.
It's like an internship. It's like
Leo. Leo's on an internship right now.
Leo. Leo should have just fucking died. Okay, let's get real. He was the 13th ghost of Scooby-Doo.
Eric has a good one. Eric says, because we was talking about shit, why did he bring the generals back? He said they should have gotten Ash. He catches them all.
Oh, hell yeah. Some Pokemon references.
Yes.
I'm all about it. I've been falling asleep to this video the past several nights on YouTube. I forget who it's from. Hang on, I can tell you right now. I've got the playlist saved. It is from Jordan Fringe, Fringe. He's got the complete guide to Ash's journey. And so he's going back through every individual like gen of Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, like
I've listened to him too while you
like Indigo, Johto, and like the videos are like 2 hours long each. And it's great because like I don't want to rewatch Pokemon. Like, I mean, they're good. I don't really want to rewatch them.
I don't want to rewatch it.
Because I mean it's like 100 episodes just to get to fucking Charizard. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Just let's, you know. And then Terry shows up, and I'm like, where the fuck did Brock go? Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, go check it out. He's really good.
I love
really
their
good.
donuts.
They're the rice cakes. Wait, what are they called?
Is it rice balls?
Rice balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because a rice cake is something totally different.
Yes. I had to make that joke.
That's the Quaker man
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, go check that out. I forget who it's by already. Turtles are aged up. Mikey and Donnie both have jobs. We've already talked about. And April and Casey are fucking now. Did you see that?
Jesus,
Did you see that?
Yes.
They're shacking up, dog.
Well, good for them. It's
Casey's
about
like,
time.
hey, April, let me get up in the all up in them guts.
I apologize. Rude.
Oh my god. I'm getting a headache from laughing so much. Yeah, but no, they're living together,
Yeah.
shacking up.
Good for them.
I'm just saying,
As they should. And April's bossing them around.
as she should. Am I right? Casey likes it like that. You know what I mean? Casey's mom has got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say about the puberty, but with
No.
turtles?
No, I think I might have to step out for a minute.
Oh, okay. You want me to run the show, Maggie?
Run the show,
we're getting ready to
Matt.
do your favorite one.
Well, let's do it real quick.
All right. How about I'll hit the button, you see the intro, and then you can leave. Here we go.
Okay.
Pizza time.
Aren't you glad you didn't miss that?
Yeah.
All right, get the hell out of here. I'm just joking. All right, pizza time, everybody. Okay, this is the part of the
Pizza
show.
time.
This is the part of the show where we talk about the pizzas featured in whatever Turtles continuity that we are talking about. Maggie's still here. She's just sitting right here. I don't know. Is Lucy gonna be my co-host? All right, Lucy's my co-host. Hey, Lucy. Hey, no, she's leaving. She's not gonna be my. Hey, Lucy. What was your favorite part of the Turtles, Lou? Hey, Lou. What'd you think? There it is. Straight from the dog's snout. Am I right? Anyway. Oh, okay. Never mind. I do great running this on my own. You see, this is why I need a second person. Anyway, we got, where the hell are we? Pizza time. This is where we talk about the pizza that was featured in this week's episode. And they don't really talk about it. There were some boxes. I don't know how I'm looking to. There were some boxes that were shown. They didn't really mention like any actual pizza being used, which I found rather disappointing. Would have loved to have, found out like, hey, do they got like a jelly bean? Are we eating some anchovies this time around? Like, what are we going for, And yeah, I don't know. We didn't. So, that's that. And then the other part of pizza time, since we don't have a good pizza to talk about, and if I would eat it or not, the pizza shooter van does show up, but it was actually recommissioned for Mikey's job as Cowabunga Carl. Cowabunga Carl. Lucy, what do you think about that? That's a good one. Classic Lucy. But yeah, Cowabunga Carl. It was pretty good. Let's see what we got in chat here. Eric, is it a Baja Blast night? Just wondering. Hell yeah, it is. Dog, you know it. You know it, man. Yeah, Baja Blast. Summer Baja continues, everybody. We tried one earlier this week. I forget what it was called. Cranberry, maybe? Cranapple Baja? I'm not sure. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead and get into the next segment here.
Well, that's just prime.
All right, welcome back. That's just prime. This is where we talk about the best quotes from the movie. So, Raphael says, "We live together, we train together, we fight together, we stand for good together. We are ninjas. We strike hard, defend, protect, and fade into the night. And there ain't no bad guy or monster gonna ever change that. That's what's important. That's why we'll always be brothers. Oh, I love being a turtle. Together we die together. Knock, knock. You about to get shell-shocked." I feel like it's taken from that. There's actually a whole thing about this quote later on, but I love being a turtle said in every movie so far. Crazy, right? Then, of course, I mentioned this scene earlier. This is the worst. The worst. I hate when it's just me. Winter's having just vaporized. He's like, "Oh, I'm dead now. Thank you, I'm dead." And he goes away, and Michelangelo is there, and the golden particles are starting to fall. And Michelangelo says, "Okay, just a little creepy. Achoo! Oh, gross. I think he's in my nose. Oh, gross. Somebody give me a hanky." That was best. We could have used a few more things like that, you know? Like, come on. What are we doing here? This is a Turtles movie. I should be laughing my friggin' butt off. Am I right? Wow, this energy really died quite a bit. Everybody, how's everybody doing? Everybody looking good? Looking for Mutant Mayhem coming up, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be good. Maybe. That's what we're hoping for. All right, let's get into Turtles references.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah. Okay. So, part of a bigger universe. Just don't know yet. This is the only incarnation in the franchise out of all the television series and movies, not including Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, which nobody should ever include in anything. Ever. Except for when they're naming Venus as one of their favorites. Is her name Venus? I think it was. Okay. Anyway, to not have the name Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the first one in all of the Turtles media to not have the actual name Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Instead, using the initials, which fans usually shorten the name to. As you can see, it says TMNT, not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. TMNT. You know, I'm really starting to look at this picture here. I'm gonna say, like, that looks bad, right? Right? This whole little face situation here, not great, right? Like, I mean, I know the Michael Bay movies have like their own stuff look kind of weird, you know, but I mean, I feel like that's not great, right? You know, I mean, at least Mikey. Nah, it doesn't look that good either. I mean, it's better. I don't know. Cowabunga Carl was about the only thing we had. Venus, thank you. Was that what I was saying? I don't even know. I don't even know if that's what I was saying. Thanks, Eric. Yeah. Where are we at? Somebody help me out here. I'm joking. I know where we're at. We're at TMNT. Was a commercial success, grossing $95 million worldwide. I'm going to not lie to you. I'm pretty shocked. Pretty shocked at that. $95 million is a lot of money for this movie. Apparently, it did decent enough. And I'm more shocked that they did $95 million and decided not to make another one. It's kind of surprising. Worldwide for a budget of $34 million, but it also received mixed reviews from critics. So you win some, you lose some. But I guess what, $34 million is how much it costs to make 95. So almost triple. Yeah, I mean, they say you have to make double your budget in order to be considered a success, and they almost tripled their budget. So huge success, obviously. Let's see here. TMNT ranked number 1 at the box office on its opening weekend, beating out 300. 300 was out at this time. That's so weird. Beating out 300, which was the top movie from the previous 2 weeks. Also beat out The Last Mimsy. Anybody remember that, Jim? I don't remember that. The Last Mimsy. Shooter, Pride, and The Hills Have Eyes 2. Here's a fun story about The Hills Have Eyes. So I went to watch The Hills Have Eyes, the first one, not the second one. But not the original, because obviously this is I guess a reboot, remake. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. And this is the only movie I've ever gotten up and left in the theater. Like, nothing against, well, I mean, obviously I had a lot against it because I got up and left. But like, if you like Hills Have Eyes, that's fine. But it was just a bit much. It was a bit much. All right. Like, I mean, I like some horror stuff. I'm usually more about like demons and shit. Like The Exorcist or Conjuring. Like that's more my jam. I'm not really into the whole torture stuff. Like Hostel. I liked the first Saw, but I didn't really watch any of the others. Because it's just like it's just doing it just to do it. Like give me a story. Give me something I can be afraid of. Something real, like a demon. And I got like halfway through The Hills Have Eyes and was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I'm done. It was if you've seen the movie, it was a scene, I believe the family is in like a trailer and like there's a mom and like one of the weird hill people or whatever. Like that's it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really want to say anymore. I got up and I left. Didn't ask for my money back. I was like, I chose to try it out and it was not for me, but that's not, the movie's fault. Like the movie was what it was. I just, there it is. Hills Have Eyes. Insidious. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Eric. Insidious. Yes. I did like the first 2. I think, because the second one, don't they like Back to the Future to it a little bit? Or like we revisit the first movie, but like from like the demon or something. I don't know. I feel like I fell off those. I preferred The Conjuring to Insidious, but I did like Insidious. I liked Insidious better than, what was that other one that came out around the same time? The dude found like a camera or something. You okay, Lou? Yeah, she's okay. Sorry, I think she's trying to get down. Here, let me. Come here, Lou. There you go. He found like a video camera or something. Sinister, that was it. I always get those mixed up in my head. And also like Blair Witch Project, the original, not Book of Shadows. Let's see here. Where are we at? This is me trying to just stretch so I don't cover everything without Maggie, but we'll keep going. Let's see. The first teaser poster for TMNT featured the logo of the 2003 TV series. Think about that. We're actually the final episode that we do is going to be where we check out some of the extra like movie specials and stuff, but from that series where they did the Turtles Forever crossover with the previous Turtle stuff. So we're going to be checking that out. So I didn't really watch that one that much. By that time, I already had a job. You know, like I was a 16-year-old, I was a busboy, and I was like, I shouldn't be watching fucking Saturday morning cartoons anymore. I'm an adult now. Should have known. Never give up, kids. Never give up on your cartoons. And stay away from working for as long as possible, all right? Because once you start, it just never stops, all right? Never stops. Let's see. Where are we at? First teaser poster. Yep. The film was originally set for release domestically on March 30th, 2007, which would have been the 17th anniversary of the release of the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. But they decided to move it up to March 23rd instead. It's like, yeah, I mean, why bother coinciding with anything, when you can just come out 7 days earlier and make more money? I guess. Did it make more money because of that? Who can say? Probably not. But the early posters did have the dates on there. According to James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Leonardo, several characters had already been recorded using established voice artists before the Weinstein Company became involved with the film, at which point the characters were revoiced by celebrities such as Sarah Michelle Gellar as April O'Neil, Chris Evans as Casey Jones, and Patrick Stewart as Winters. Hello, Charles. How do we feel about Sarah Michelle Gellar as April O'Neil? There it is. How do we feel about that, everybody? Like, I mean, I thought it was serviceable. I think in a live action context, it could have worked back then. Probably. I like Buffy. That was, I love Buffy. Maggie's a big Scooby-Doo fan, so she probably would have been all about it. But I mean, especially if they're going to go for like, April O'Neil can kick ass now. Like, I mean, sure, why not? That's apparently, anytime they wanted a character to do that, they were like, oh, let's get Sarah Michelle Gellar, Daphne can kick ass now. We got to get Sarah Michelle Gellar, So, I don't know. I thought she did fine. Chris Evans is Casey Jones. It's fine. He's fine, I don't know. I literally, this movie, I think the worst part about this movie is that it's just bland, like there's just not, it's not bad and it's not really good. It's just like, I killed an hour and a half, I don't regret it, but like, I could have looked at an hour and a half worth of TikToks in that time, would that have been the best way to spend that time? Probably not. Would have been better than watching TMNT? Maybe. I don't know. I could have found out what happened on Silo. Let's see here, Eric. I really need to rewatch that. I don't remember any of this. I know, right? Like, it's you don't have to, Eric. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's not great. It's not great. Like I said, it's just kind of boring more than anything. Speaking of these wild voice actors, get this. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Shia LaBeouf, Jeff Fahey, Seth Rogen, Josh Peck, Sebastian Stan, Andy Samberg, Kiefer Sutherland, and Chris Pratt were all considered for the role of Casey Jones. Wow, Kiefer Sutherland. What a different vibe that would have been. Imagine like Casey Jones being like Snake. Like Solid Snake. From, what was it, Metal Gear Solid 5, I think. That's the one he did. I don't know. But yeah, for the role of Casey Jones. That's so weird, right? Let's see. Josh Peck would later voice the 2012 version of Casey Jones in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 cartoon. There's that. First one, Nickelodeon, I believe. Yeah, Seth Rogen obviously now taking over for Mutant Mayhem. So it's interesting that he was at least considered back then. Really surprised. I mean, this is 2007. Really surprised Shia LaBeouf didn't get it. If I'm being totally honest, think about it. We're coming off of Disturbia. I call it the year of Buff. All right, the year of Buff. We got Disturbia, Surf's Up, the Penguin movie, which is great. It's a great movie. And Transformers, that's the LaBeouf trifecta right there, which was in 2007, which is when this movie came out. Think about that. Think about the year Shia LaBeouf would have had. You kick it off in March with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all right? Then you got Disturbia, which is a really good movie. Then you got Surf's Up, which is another really good movie. And then you finish it up with Transformers 2007. I mean, come on. I'm just really surprised. Really surprised they went with Chris Evans instead. Best known for his role in not another teen movie. No, I like Chris Evans. He's a good guy, I guess. I don't know. I literally have no idea. Let's see here. Shannon Doherty, Kelly Craig, E.G. Daly, Anne Hathaway, Megan Fox, Elizabeth Mitchell, Zoe Deschanel, Rachel McAdams, Lena Headey, and Lacey Chatterbay. Chabert? She's in Mean Girls. And Party of Five. That's him. And Lost in Space. The whole system sucks. Yeah. They were all considered for the role of April O'Neil before it ultimately went to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Of course, I mentioned Megan Fox. Fox would go on to play who? April O'Neil in the Michael Bay stuff. You know, I like how I keep giving it to Michael Bay. He literally did not direct the movie, but you know, there we go. Lucas Lee. When I hang up this phone, you're gonna hear 2 clicks. The first one will be me hanging up the phone. The second one will be me pulling the trigger. God, I would watch those movies, honestly. For anybody watching this that doesn't know, Lucas Lee, we're talking about Scott Pilgrim. Chris Evans' character, he's an actor in the movie Scott Pilgrim. And any of those movies, if they wanted to release them, I would absolutely watch those. Like, even if it's like 10 minutes long, I don't care. They were all just ridiculous, and I love it. I love the fact that they're getting like the whole cast back together for the anime that they're doing on Netflix. Like, I love it. I don't know. I really like the books. I like the books of Scott Pilgrim. I read them after watching the movie, so I could enjoy both. But yeah, Lucas Lee, fantastic. That's just what a great call out. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Yeah, Megan Fox went on to play April O'Neil in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 and Out of the Shadows in 2016. Jackie Chan, Andy Garcia, Edward James Olmos, Kurt Russell, Robert Patrick, Joaquin Phoenix, Pedro Pascal. Wow, Pedro Pascal. Rob Zombie, and Patrick Warburton. Man, they just literally any name. They were just throwing it at a wall like a plate of spaghetti. They did not care. They were all considered for the role of Splinter before Mako was cast. Of course, Jackie Chan later would voice the 2023 rebooted version. That's the one getting ready to come out, Mutant Mayhem, of yeah. Why could I not? The Splinter. There it is. God, my brain was dead. It just died. Big death right there. Jim Cummings, everybody's favorite Winnie the Pooh, is the only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actor to make it into this movie since his first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles appearance in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 cartoon, which he played Leatherhead, Genghis Frog, and one of the occasional voice alternates for Shredder. So there you go. He was also in this movie. Oh, I'm going to take a sip. This one's for you. Some of the 13 monsters are based on actual monsters. Well, from popular myth. Not, I mean, monsters aren't real. But yeah, from popular myth, the first one that appears in the unfinished building is based on the Yeti, the coffee mug maker. The next one to be captured is obviously the Cyclops, because he shoots the red lasers out of his eye. The one that eats a pigeon on a building is clearly modeled after Gargoyles. Everybody remember that cartoon? I never watched Gargoyles. I didn't like it. Like, I saw commercials where I was like, I thought it was supposed to be like a spinoff from like Jason Alexander's character from Hunchback of Notre Dame. For real. I really thought that's what it was supposed to be. And then it was like Batman the Animated Series. Like, it's very serious. I don't know. It's just weird. It's very weird. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at? I love how I just keep losing my spot. And the one in the diner brings to mind the Jersey Devil. The Devil of Jersey, also known as Jason Mewes. Get it? Wow. I'm glad I don't do shows on my own. This would just be, I wouldn't even watch this. You know. So thank you, at least Eric. Thank you, Eric, for at least hanging out with us here. Appreciate you, man. Let's see what else we got. The other dimension from where the 13 monsters originated is likely either a reference to or meant to be Dimension X from the 1980s cartoon. Think about that. Eric in the chat saying great show, Gargoyles. Really? Like, I've heard that. I don't know. I can't remember if that's the one that Maggie liked. I used to have a friend. Well, I mean, I still have a friend, but like we used to work together. His name was Johnny, and he loved Gargoyles, and but he had never seen like The Dark Knight or something. Like, it's something ridiculous, you know, like just the most popular things. Like, he had never seen, and he wasn't like a hipster person. Like, he went and watched like Avengers, you know, but like, yeah, he loved Gargoyles. And he talked about it. He said he was on like a 7-3 watch of Gargoyles, but he hadn't watched The Dark Knight or something. Maybe it might have been Inception. Let's see here. It could have been Dimension X. Even though Karai made an appearance in the movie and was known by the Turtles, she was never actually introduced in the movie. And was known by the Turtles. She was never introduced in the movie universe and was probably put in to have more elements from the 2003 TV show, because apparently that was popular at that time. This version of Karai may or may not be related to the Shredder. They don't really say. Karai's first movie appearance, this movie, in her original Mirage comic incarnation, Karai was completely unrelated to the Shredder and is actually a member of the Foot Clan's Council of Five, higher rank than Shredder in the Foot Clan's global hierarchy. It is presumed Karai has the same status in the movie, as she is not referred to as the adopted daughter of Shredder, as she was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003. However, and this is where things get interesting, in the bio text of her action figure, it says different. In the film's merchandise, she is described as being the Shredder's daughter, recalling her... Sorry, Maggie just waved. Recalling her character of the 2003 series, but no clear indication of this was given in the actual film. Kind of like Transformers figures, how they always were contradicting the stuff we actually saw in the movie. Oh, let's see here what else we got. During the scene where Casey and Raphael are attacked by General Gatto, Casey says, "And I thought Girl Scouts were pushy," which is very similar and therefore maybe an homage to Michelangelo's line, "And I thought insurance salesmen were pushy," from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie when the Foot Clan invade April's apartment. The idea of April O'Neil knowing ninjutsu skills was taken from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, with her receiving some training from Master Splinter, whereas the idea of her wearing a yellow jumpsuit was a nod to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 cartoon, of course, with her being a reporter wearing a yellow jumpsuit with pockets. Everybody remembers that, right? It was a great outfit. TMNT co-creator Peter Laird stated it takes place in its own universe, separate from previous films. However, the director, Kevin Munro, writer-director, says the film exists in the same continuity as the other films. I thought this was kind of interesting here, which was supported by the memento wall at the end of the film. So in the scene where Splinter, this is at the end of the movie, where Splinter is storing Winter's helmet or whatever, Raphael's Nightwatcher helmet, and Michelangelo's Cowabunga Carl head at the end of the film, we can see an homage to other films as well as the Mirage comics. So the shrine in Splinter's room holds the TGRI canister, which also has a crack going through it, so it could say TCRI or TGRI. Just, you know, leaves it open enough just in case. This is the first movie. Shredder's helmet and staff are on there. A live action movie's foot ninja mask is there. The time scepter from the third movie is on Shredder or Splinter's little wall of garbage. Walker's hat, a helmet and mask that the Turtles wore in the third movie. So the samurai stuff. What's that? And finally, Lord Narianga's armor and helmet. Oh yeah, I guess he was in the third one. Mauser parts and a Triceratops space helmet. Master Splinter's robe from the first three movies are all there. See? So maybe it takes place in the same universe. It just looks very different. Who knows? During Raphael's finishing lines, the phrase, "We strike hard and fade away into the night," was used. That was also the ending line in the first TMNT comic. And the very last line, "I love being a turtle," has been said in the live action movies and 2003 series opening up until season 4. So there you go. Oh, let's see here. Here's the blueprint. Monroe already had the blueprints in place for future films. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 would have loosely adapted the Turtles' 13-part comic saga City at War, where Michelangelo feels like the odd man out among his brothers, not being taken seriously. With the best intentions, the character runs away and joins the Foot Clan, donning a black bandana. That would have been kind of cool, actually. Meanwhile, the Turtles travel to Japan and cross paths with Karai in an adventure resulting in the return of their arch nemesis, the Shredder. Fans hoping for the return of Bebop and Rocksteady would have been out of luck. As with the 90s live-action movies, the legal rights to use Shredder's most famous minions were not part of the package. TMNT 3 would have featured the Triceratons as well as the Technodrome's arrival from Dimension X, with Donatello being a catalyst for these events. To me, quote, "To me, that would have been the great third part of the trilogy," says Monroe. "The first movie is about family and reclaiming the city. The second movie is about boys growing up, losing Splinter, and then inheriting their father's war. And the third movie opens up their world on a level no one would have seen in a Ninja Turtles movie before." So there you go. That would have been the movie. I don't know. Would it have been good? Maybe. That's all I got. Like a hard maybe, right? Maybe. It may have been good. It could have also been terrible, for all we know. I mean, this movie wasn't, again, not bad, just boring more than anything, right? But I mean, you know, like I said, at least he had an idea for where to take this, but I really wish, like, if he was wanting to make, like, really fun stuff, that he would have just done it. You know, like, why wait? Like, I forget who said it, but, like, they said, you know, don't make a movie planning to be able to make more movies. Make this as if this is the only time you get to make a movie, right? If you only get to make a Turtles movie once, what would you put in it, right? And, like, obviously, Krang, Technodrome, all that stuff. Probably, in my Turtles movie, Baxter Stockman. I would have had him, the Fly, the big Fly. Would have cast Jeff Goldblum just for the funsies of it. All right, let's get to the talent mix. Remy Zero!
Yeah, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero!
All right. Gym Class Heroes. Shell Shock. Knock, knock. You're about to get shell shocked. The lyrics of the beginning of the song "Shell Shock" by Gym Class Heroes in the ending credits make a reference to Bebop and Rocksteady. Skididdly beat bop, we rock steady over kicks and snares. Is what it says. Apparently, that's what it says. Should we look it up? Nah, we probably shouldn't. Jet, rip it up. Everybody remember the band Jet? Cute is what we aim for with the song "There's a Class for This." Cobra Starship with On Dip. Cobra Starship. Are they the ones that did what did Cobra Starship do? They did a song that I liked, I think. Meg and Dia with Roses. I wonder if that's a cover of the Outkast song Roses. Pepper with the song Bring Me Along. Amber Pacific with Fall Back Into My Life. Billy Talent with Red Flag. That should have been a red flag right there. The Providence Walking on Water. Ever We Fall with Youth Like Tigers. POD Lights Out, the Chris Freda remix. Do we talk enough about POD? Like, as a society? I feel like we should talk more about POD. What do you think? POD. There is what was the song? I'm looking at nobody. What was it? There was a "We from school hard knocks is ready to rock, ready to rock." That was the song. Obviously, Youth of a Nation. You know, Alive. So fun thing happened. The first time I watched The Fast and the Furious. Okay, me and my cousin Josh, we rented it, I think, and we were watching it, I believe, on DVD. It could have been a VHS copy, but we'll say it was a DVD. And so we're watching it, and it was late, and so I was kind of falling asleep a little bit. And but it was one of those where like I'm like awake, you know. It was like one of those, right? And it was right when Brian and Dom are racing each other at the end of the movie, right before Brian gives him his car, right? And like as I'm nodding off, the car crash happens. I think it's Dom's car gets hit by like a fucking train or some shit. I don't know. But that happens. I swear to God, when that happened, I heard the song "Alive" by POD, and it woke me up. I was like, "Wait, was the song "Alive" playing?" And Josh was like, "No, that didn't happen." I was like, "Are you sure?" I swear to God, I heard it. And he was like, "No, that was not a thing that happened." So yeah, POD. Big City Rock with Black Betty. Yeah, why did Black Betty play in this movie? That's random. Oh, I'm like, man, bam. Anytime I hear the song Black Betty, I think of the movie. Oh, what was that movie called? Basic with Sam Jackson and John Travolta, I think is the name of the movie. Because they played over the credits. I don't know. So now anytime I hear it, I think of that movie. The movie I watched once in theaters for free, because one of my brother's girlfriends was the manager, and she's like, "Yeah, whatever, you can watch Basic if you want to." Oh man, Klaus Badelt with "I Love Being a Turtle" score, and Klaus Badelt with Nightwatcher the score. So we got our theme song rankings. So I'm gonna just phone this one in because Maggie's not here and this may not last. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's roll the dice. See what happens. So our current ranking for the best theme songs of the Turtles is TURTLE Power from the first one, Tarzan Boy from Turtles 3. Go listen to that. It's still a banger. TMNT theme, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 2. And of course, the number 1, and I do not think this will be dethroned. All right. Knock, you're about to get shell shocked. I doubt it, unless I just fall head over heels in love with it when we watch it next week. I think Ninja Rap's going to be the number 1. Probably. Right? I mean, it doesn't get any better than Ninja Rap. But yeah, Ninja Rap's the number 1. So where do we want to put Gym Class Heroes Shell Shock? So does anybody even remember what that song sounds like? Because I'll be honest, I don't know. So let's see. Shell Shock. Who does like Gym Class Heroes? I'm just going to play this right here real quick. Here we go. Can't play it on Spotify. What the hell? Look at this. Literally, it's blacked out. They won't let you. I've got the Fairy Fountain music. I could play that. It's a lo-fi version. It's pretty good. Yeah. I don't know if I could. Let's say better than number 4. Why not? Oh, hey, Maggie. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hey, I've been holding down the fort. All right. We got a whole lot of show left.
No,
we don't. I'm joking.
I'm sorry, guys. I had a kid emergency. So
hey, no worries. You're fine.
Fun times. Oh my God.
Everything okay?
Yes.
Okay. So you think of Tom Jones? Thanks, Eric. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, man.
Gargoyles.
Yeah, I was talking mad shit about gargoyles. You should have been
Of course.
was you
once
a
I'm out,
fan?
Yes.
here. Okay. I couldn't remember.
I loved me
I
some
remember
gargoyles as a kindergartner.
Well, I was saying,
I was a very strange kid. I liked all the serious
see,
cartoons.
what happened to me was I thought it was supposed to be a spinoff of Jason Alexander's character from Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I swear to God, that's what I thought. And then when I watched it, I was like, "What? It's like Batman. This is weird."
Those are the worst gargoyles.
But Maggie,
Jason Alexander.
We're ranking the theme songs. So of course I've told everybody, but I'll get you back in the mood here. We got number 4 TURTLE Power, number 3 Tarzan Boy, number 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and of course number 1 Ninja Rap. Where do you want to put Gym Class Heroes Shell Shock? Now keep in mind it does begin with the line skididdly beat bop we rock steady over kicks and snares. So I mean, number 1, right?
Are you doing blow?
See, this is what we've been missing. You know?
How long did Lucy sit in the chair?
Like 10 minutes. I kept cutting over to her, and then she left, and then I just cut over to an empty chair.
She saw me with the baby. Well, with their daughter. She's not a baby.
So what do you think? I'm thinking at least above Turtle Power.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's better than Tarzan Boy?
No.
No,
that's iconic. I remember when we watched that trailer for the third one.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is maybe back when we was trying to watch them again.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, what's that song? What's that song? Oh my God. What's that song? It's going to drive me insane.
You know what's crazy? We're going to have 2 songs called Shell Shock. Yeah. Well, one Shell Shock, one Shell Shocked. Yeah. Past tense, right? And also Megan Fox was up for the role of April O'Neil, the voice in this movie.
How funny.
That's what I said. And Shia LaBeouf was up for Casey Jones.
No, he wasn't.
Swear to God. I read a whole list. You'll have to go back and listen.
I'll have to go back and listen.
Yeah, you're not going to go back and listen to it.
I'll try.
Don't lie to the people, Maggie. All right, let's get into the countdown. It's time for the countdown to Mayhem. 3 weeks from today. It comes out on a Wednesday. Comes out on a Wednesday.
That's so crazy.
So what we're gonna do, just again, I posted the full timeline of all this, but just so everybody knows how we're gonna do this, we will be watching, of course, the next 2 movies, the Michael Bay movies. Mm-hmm. Even though he didn't do anything with them, he barely produced them.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch those over the next 2 weeks. Then the 3 weeks from today. Right? No. 2 weeks from today? 3 weeks from today? 3 weeks from today, we're going to be watching the Turtles Forever movie from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series.
Yeah.
We'll also be watching, there was a Turtles crossover episode from the Nickelodeon series. And we'll also be watching the Power Rangers in Space episode. We're doing it.
Pulling out all stops, guys.
That'll be the last official episode is what we'll do for that. But then the following Monday, during the Hopefully Awesome show, the back half of that will be the final episode of Going Back to the Sewers, where we'll do our review for Mutant Mayhem. Yeah. So just so everybody's on the same page. Next week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014. Turtles get rebooted again. That's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Again, Eric, everybody in chat.
Thanks.
Let's see who all we have. We had Eric, Anthony, Lucy, Maggie, Mom, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Again, the back half. Sorry about that. Obviously things
apologies.
Happen. Nah, you're fine.
Emergencies happen.
You're fine.
I take care of them.
Hey, me and Eric held it down. So
Thanks,
don't even worry.
Eric.
I need to get like a thing where I can just like call in somebody and just go crazy with it.
Billy.
Yeah. Next time, that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, speaking of Billy,
hey,
if you want to join us, patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You can get your name on every video we do, like these fun folks over here. It also gets your name on every video. I already said that, but it'll get you the exclusive content, like our movie commentary this month, Independence Day. We did a movie commentary for it. Check it out. And our monthly series, Matt plus Maggie, where we talk about our relationship. Anyway, that's gonna do it for us, everybody. Eric says Nickelodeon show was amazing. I have heard nothing but good things.
Same here.
Honestly.
Same here.
I bet when we watch that episode, I'm going to be like, man, we should just watch the whole show. Honestly. But that's going to wrap it up for us. Remember, we'll be back on Monday with our review of Mission Impossible. We'll be back next Tuesday with Going Back to Smallville. Next Wednesday, of course, 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Throughout the rest of the week, we have some trailer reactions going up. Go give those some love when they drop. That's it. That's it, everybody.
Mission Impossible.
Thanks for watching, and as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Turtle Power!
Cowabunga!